About the blacks being like, oh, we're gonna get a race war. If there was a race war, you wouldn't win. Okay. First of all, you might have plenty of guns, but you don't know how to shoot them. You think this is how you shoot guns. You think this is how you shoot a pistol. That's not. I know you saw that in a movie and you thought it looked cool. And you saw your favorite fucking rapper doing that, but that's not how you aim and shoot a gun. The only reason blacks have not exterminated themselves in the hood, because black on black violence is insane and through the roof, is because they're such horrible shots.
What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. I'm hearing more chatter, usually from European Americans and Americans who want to be white about this race war thing, right? A lot of talk about a race war in America. And first off, I want to tell you that African Americans don't want a race war. We don't want war. We don't like war. It's not something we think that is the solution to all our problems, because there are many different options outside of war. But it comes to my attention that a lot of country white folk, right, who live in the middle of America are under the impression that if there were to be a race war, right, that they would win automatically because they shoot guns and we don't. They seem to be under the impression that we shoot guns like this and we do all this stuff, right? And because we're not trained with weapons, that we wouldn't be effective at war. I would like to remind these white people, all right, that the little young white boys in your community who get guns are the ones who shoot like this. They do it too. The gangsters, the thugs, the untrained personnel, untrained people. A lot of people do that. It's not a black thing, but I understand where you got it from because you watch TV. And on those TV shows that are fantasy, you know, they display a hyper view of gangsterism, gangster culture, and whatnot, right? So you're assuming that black folks don't shoot. Then you got coons, shock jocks like Charleston White, who will perpetuate this misnomer by wearing his Confederate stuff and acting like a coon, like he's above the fray. Charleston White's a piece of shit. The reason why people like Charleston White, to be honest, is because it seems like he's keeping it real, but in actuality, he panders to white supremacy for dollars. All right, he's a piece of shit, and I say it in his face, because I'm real. What he's pretending to be, I am in real life. All right, and I think y'all have noticed that. I just tell the truth legitimately, and I don't need to pander to whiteness in order to get dollars. All right. But what I need for white folks in the middle of America to understand that, you know, because they love to go to their Second Amendment,
I need for you to understand that we're trading places. That's what's about to happen. We're trading places because a couple hundred years ago, you started a war against your people. You didn't want to go the new way. And you got yourself left out of the deal because they understand that we are the jewel of the earth. Why do you think they went from, you're going to go from slavery and you're going to go into those fucking factories, which is slavery, but I'll pay you for it and I'll let you have a little more freedom. When we agreed to that and you went against them, they were like, you fools. You're going to upgrade and do it the way we're doing it. We're not doing it the old way anymore. And we're willing to go to war over this. And you's lost. And you forgot that they still need guard dogs. They need what you were. We can be that now. Because we learned our lesson. We're all captured. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it man. Men rule shit. Men run shit. If you can't run shit, you're going to get the fucking line. or you're gonna fight for what you believe in and be destroyed.
Solutions to everything. You gotta understand that Second Amendment, right? That Second Amendment thing that you like so much that you think will be effective in maintaining white supremacy or your dominance is obsolete now. And this is coming from a warrior.
He's a real warrior. I'm like a local Super Saiyan warrior, meaning like I'm one of you. But, you know, I have to learn things. Yous aren't even fucking learning. I'm on your level. He's above me because he's actually a military trained man. That's why he's like, I'm a fucking warrior. And even though I'm not, I studied guys like him my whole life. And that's why a long time ago, I said, Caesar, I bows my head. I bows my head to you, Caesar. You're not gonna, I'm gonna always love the Lord more than you, but I'll bow my fucking head to you. You're Denzel Washington right now. You run shit around here. I'm just living here.
Somebody who knows intimately how to break down a squad automatic machine gun, who knows how to blow shit up, who knows how to go in the woods and take care of business. I can go in any woods and take care of it. If I say I'm coming for you, and let's say I want to crash out, I'm coming for you. You won't see it.
You know, like law-abiding citizen, the thing like people wish they were, but didn't, like they kind of forgot he was a law-abiding citizen, but he was military trained. And he showed a lot of people that I don't even have to move and you can't deal with me. Imagine if I start moving around and doing things.
Because I'm a trained killer, legitimately. I know how to do this shit, all right? And even right now, I'm telling you, with all my training, if I decided to get 5 or 6 of my buddies with the same training, and we decided to conduct a war, we would get annihilated. Do you know why? Because the things has changed. If you haven't been paying attention to Ukraine, understand the way war is conducted now, they don't need people like me.
We are in the time of the Clone Wars. You know, right before the reason the Star Wars, the good people made the clone army because the bad people made the android robot army.
They don't need special forces, Navy SEALs, and all that shit that you've seen on TV, because all that is obsolete. Because all they're going to do is get a drone with a gun that's going to shoot you from a safe distance. Okay? So this is what would happen if you white folks decided to, you militia groups that go on the weekends, you go in the woods, and you play cops and robbers and shit, right? You weekend warriors. What would happen is, if you decided that you want to do something, understand that the first thing you're going to have to do is go against the government. Yes, your local government. Right? You're going to have to go against your policing force.
The guys you went up against already.
In order to start your war. Right? That means you will be the enemy of the policing force. That means the policing force will be forced to act upon you. Therefore, you will be the enemy.
No, you would be terrorists. Because you're not just fucking with us no more. You know? You'd be fucking with, so you would be labeled terrorists.
Keep in mind, the policing force, when you have become the enemy, don't care what color you are. If you ain't been paying attention to real life, not just the TV. All right? The policing force and its militaristic buildup, along with our military and our new capabilities of destroying you without putting ourselves in danger, makes it so your Second Amendment right means nothing. It doesn't matter how many AR-15s, which is not an effective war weapon. I'm just going to let you know. Your AR-15, if it's not full...
AK is way better than an AR.
The automatic is not really an effective war weapon. It's a toy compared to real weapons. I'm just letting you know. All right? As soon as y'all hop into y'all F-150s and go up 295, right? There'll be a drone that will follow you and your fat-ass buddies up the road. It will drop a 81 millimeter mortar round on the top of your head, blow all you guys up, and then zoom off. Because some 22-year-old with a remote control will be in the office controlling that shit. All right? There is no way a domestic standing militia army can take on the government anymore. Like I said, Exhibit A is Ukraine. The first drone war in history. This is the first fully mechanized drone war where full-blown operations are being held with just robots, no people. As soon as you think you enter the territory of your opposition, there will be a drone that pops out of the ground and immediately dispatches you. If you think that you're going to wear all that camouflage and all, you're going to put cami paint on your body, you're going to creep through the woods, there will be a drone hovering above you, and it will be looking at you because it can see your heat.
Night vision.
It can see you at night.
You know, like the Predator movies you guys love that movie, you know. I fuck take on Predator. Well, it's gonna be a robot, and it has all the abilities to see you in all the capabilities. Night vision, heat vision, fucking spiritual vision, probably, you know what I mean? Who knows? I know I don't, but I know they have these things because I used to watch the War Channel.
And it will commence the pointing its fully automatic machine gun at your dome and deleting you. You see, the American government will not tolerate insurrection by anybody. That's just one. I'm talking about a real one, not this shit that we got going. I'm talking about a real one, like y'all. I'm talking about a real one. They won't tolerate it. All right. Another thing, if you so happen to somehow get past all the drones, right, via the ground drones that you don't see, the ones in the sky you don't see, the security drones that you don't see, right? And let's say you did get to a neighborhood, right? You would have to, if you notice, most of these lone wolf white terrorists got to drive miles upon miles upon miles to reach any black enclave. What you need to understand is most black people live on the east and southern portion of America.
Why do you think they split us apart?
I know you guys may not conceptualize this in your head, but most black people live in the metropolitan and the richest areas of this country. It's not a coincidence that we live there, because we're the reason why they are the richest and most prosperous part of the country. We have militias too, right? They may not all be on TikTok and Twitter. They may not all be Hebrew Israelites and all this weird stuff, but we also have militias that train because we are fully aware of your existence. There are black people who are professionals like myself who create clubs. We have gun clubs where people are trained to use weapons effectively. We have more guns than you. You may think you have more guns than you, but y'all don't have enough people. You understand? So your population is not big enough within America to come over here to overwhelm any group of people on the Eastern Hemisphere. All right? At all. And because the race war would be between racist white people. So that means there'll have to be enough of you racist white people who are about that life. And that's not that many of y'all. Right? And you got to be about that life and in shape. Because most of y'all is about 300 some odd pounds. And you'll lose the breath out of your lungs as soon as you fire off 12 rounds. And you couldn't run from anything. You couldn't hide from anything. You couldn't go days without eating. You couldn't. Y'all have absolutely no idea what it takes to conduct war. You will have no supply lines, meaning once you declare yourself an enemy, because you will be an enemy of the state. Understand that. You'll be the enemy of America. Therefore, you'll be a target. You wouldn't have.
Because you didn't want to play along and get along, and we said, we do. I ask for work. I mean, I know you ain't paying me high as money, and I still gotta live below you, but you're not gonna slap me in the fucking face no more. I get to train in the army and go fight. I get to do things and have privileges if I go fight. You get it? And the ones that, you know, show Caesar respect and loyalty, he goes, yes, because those niggas over there, yeah, they think they're fucking tough still. They don't realize that, they don't run shit around here no more, and it ain't never going back to the way it was. It's gonna be the way they want it to be. Whatever way, you know, I don't know. But I do know I pay attention to things. I don't know what's really going on, but I do know, I never seen a man say this openly.
have any supply lines to resupply. How are you going to resupply your troops as you advance through America? How are you going to do that? You wouldn't have that. You would have no quarter. You would have no shelter. How are you going to carry all of those bullets that you would need to conduct your war? You see, bullets are heavy. I know. When I was in the mountains of Afghanistan, there was times where I said, you know what? I don't want to carry all these goddamn bullets, even if I know I need them. I don't want to carry all these grenades, even though I need them. Because this shit's heavy. Okay? This shit's not light. And you can only carry but so many rounds at one time. You understand? So you fat fuckers who think you're going to take your 300-pound ass, right, with fucking 100 pounds worth of ammo and 4 or 5 guns and shit strapped on yourself. You think you're going to do, you're nothing but a walking target. That's what you are. You're a walking target. So that means all the rounds you got in your basement that you've accumulated will be ineffective. And if you tried to bog down in your house and make that your defensive position, guess what? Like I said, call in a drone from a safe distance, far away from them bullets in their effective range. Call in a drone. Boom. Now we know that the U.S. government is willing to do this because they did that against the last group who thought they were going to do something. And just so happened to be my complexion. They dropped bombs on us before. So don't think they won't do that shit to you. If you haven't learned your lesson yet, the government don't give a shit about you either. White man, racist white man, they don't care about you. You're a nigga too. You just ain't figured that shit out yet, right? So not only would you not, if the Second Amendment pretty much ineffective. As a matter of fact, we're at the point where your Second Amendment right, I think we need to revamp that because there's no real reason for anybody to have a semi-automatic machine gun. It's not like you're gonna protect yourself from a tyrannical government because we got one down and you're not doing anything about it. All right? And it's not like that weapon would do anything but kill innocent people because you're not going to be able to hit your intended target because your intended target will be too far away from you. Right? And if you think that the black community is not well trained, do you know how long the black community has been participating in America's wars? Since the beginning. African people have been participating in America's wars since the beginning. We have the same training as you guys think that you have. We have real training. Because we joined the military because those are some of the only opportunities us black people had to level ourselves up in the society that's meant to hold us down. We had to sign a contract to give our life away in order to reap benefits, which I have done, right? Which many black people have done. Black people are highly trained combat operatives. And there are millions of us. Not only are we highly trained combat operatives in war, we are also highly trained policing officers. Highly trained policing officers. Because we, in the metropolitan areas where we reside, we pick the police department to be a good career choice because, like I said, being a police officer as a black person gives you a level up, gives you some prestige, gives you some grace, gives you some opportunities, opens up a lot of doors. Where I'm from, a lot of black police officers. Highly trained police officers. We also have other groups of trained individuals. We have highly trained security professionals who are sometimes more trained than the police officers. You understand? Black people. Highly trained security professionals on all security levels. We're not talking about mall cops. All right? We're talking about highly armed, sapling plate, bulletproof wearing contractors who get deployed overseas for various reasons to protect assets and U.S. interests overseas. So there is a high concentration, very high concentration of black trained warriors in every level. And best believe those warriors train their children and their communities. As we have many black gun clubs where we are from, in the northeastern, southern portion of America. So we're not going to sit there and we see your fat ass coming down 695 in your F-150 with your 38 yacht and your AR-15 toy gun, right? When we see you come, if the drones don't get you when you come to our neighborhoods, best believe that will be your final destination. But keep in mind, we don't want war. We're not looking for war. The only reason you guys are talking about war is because every time there is a war, you guys lose. You've chosen war last time y'all lost. The Confederacy will never come back. It's over. And the remnants, their descendants, which are you guys are on your way out too, right? And if you want to hasten that, go ahead and start your little war. And watch how your world collapses. Because if you think that the other European Americans in this country, who are also highly trained, are going to let you, white people, you racist white people, start a race war that would affect them and their families and their ability to get along with everybody else, you got another thing coming. Because I guarantee before you even get to us, the white people in your communities who need to stop and cancel you will get to you first. I guarantee you. It will be a white-on-white fight before the drones come and finish you off, before you think you can even get to us. You have too many enemies to be talking about some damn civil war. This is not TV. This is not TV. You keep watching TV thinking wars like this. You watch.
The real world's all about what you do. To have favor, you must be able to do things. You get it? So, you don't think all those years of being out there serving, all that ass whooping, all of that didn't make them think, wow, I wonder if he'd be alright if I gave him a gun and put him in war, because they sure do take a lot of shit, and I don't want to be in that fucking desert. I want to fight over there. It's hard. You get it? And then when we prove our loyalty, you get it? So it's like you become useful.
Your little gangster shows and you think that's how we are. That's not real life. Real life, you'll get destroyed. Do you understand? And let's not even talk about the hand-to-hand. Because guess what? Since y'all think y'all trained because you go out there and you hunting deer and shit like that, it's different when you shooting at somebody that's shooting back. It's totally different ball game when you hunting man who hunting you too. You see? You think you big and bad because you wear your camo and you go out and hunt a deer that can't shoot back. Come out and hunt a man that got a gun that's hunting you too. That's a warrior right there. That's the type of shit I did. I was hunting men that was hunting me too. And there's a lot of black men that got a lot of training in hunting men that was hunting them too. And don't think that we sit here with all the history that we have in this country that we're just relaxed and we haven't been training in the background. It's the shit you don't see you should be afraid of, I'm telling you. We see all the shit you do because we pay attention. But y'all don't see none of the stuff that we do because your egos have y'all being so arrogant. You're aloof to your position in this country. You're still believing that you are still those people from the past. And they got their ass kicked too, remember that, right? So all I'm saying is, black folks, we don't want no war. All we want to do is mind our own goddamn business and be left alone. That's it.
Isn't that my favorite saying to say on GMB TV? Why? Because it's all I want. It's all I need. And I'll be happy. Then I can have purpose. Create, build things that'll benefit everybody. Even you.
Got their ass kicked too, remember that, right? So all I'm saying is, black folks, we don't want no war. All we want to do is mind our own goddamn business and be left alone. That's it. So we can thrive. We don't want to take shit from you. We don't want to hurt you. Even though we know you're racist, we don't even care. We don't really actually even care that you're racist. As long as you stay racist over there. We don't mind. We really don't. That's how you feel. That's what makes you feel good. That's how you want to live. Go right ahead. We really don't care. Good luck to you. As long as you keep that shit over there. But as soon as you bring that shit here, you're going to find out why African people have always been the gods of war and why you are afraid of us. Because there is a reason why you are afraid of us. And that reason is true. It's just that that's not our first nature. That's our last nature. Our first nature is to welcome you. Our first nature is to have a good time. Our first nature is to multi.
Yin and yang. Love and wrath.
multiply and be plentiful. Our first nature is to find out what's going on with you. Can we fix it? And maybe we can have a beer together. That's what we do. Find other solutions to the problem, because there is a solution to the problem.
Yes.
If you sit back and just listen to other people with other perspectives. But since y'all don't want to do that, if y'all ever jump out there, best believe you're going to be shocked at how efficient the African American community would be in a battle of attrition. You're going to be shocked. And you won't be shocked for long because you'll be dispatched. Trust me. By the time you figure it out, it'll be too late. Anyway, I'm just letting you know, black folks don't want war. We're not calling for war. You never find not one African American saying, you know what? I'm tired of what's going on in this country. Let's go to war. Yep.
Because we're not stupid. You know? Yeah. When you need to see truth, you need to see. You know? And it'll save your life.
Don't hear that. Because we know how to cope with shit. We don't figure it out. You guys are literally digging your own graves. That's what you guys are doing. And we're watching you do it. We didn't tell you to bury yourself. You're about to bury yourself. We're even saying, hey, you probably shouldn't bury yourself. Even though I don't like it because you're racist, you probably shouldn't do that. And you still want to do it. So when you finish digging that grave, you might as well jump in that bitch. All right? Because we don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get over your hatred. The enmity has to stop, or it will destroy you. Like Yoda said, hatred leads to jealousy, and jealousy leads to envy, and envy leads to hate, and hate will destroy you. Because if you hate too much for too long, it will destroy everything, and nothing will work right. The ones that have figured it out realize, alright, I ain't gonna hate you for so much, but I still get to hate you. I just can't do too much. Get it? There's a limit to things.
40 flights per day. These drones are used to hunt and kill Russian personnel. We watch as the Ukrainians set up a drone strapped with a bomb and then patrol the front lines. Within minutes, they kill a Russian soldier. In between kills, as a new drone is being prepared, one soldier relaxes by scrolling through social media. What's it like to kill Russians?
I feel awesome. Maybe I'll...
That's all you need to know with that.
Waiting to catch you.
Ryan County.
Like, yeah, I was seeing you, and he brought the drone down. And I was like, that's how you called me? And he was like, yeah.
Davis was so stunned, she said she had to record it for proof.
They in Richmond Hill, and they just waiting. They are literally taking pictures of you in the car, waiting to catch you.
Ryan County Sheriff's Office is using drones to scout situations before stepping into them.
see the person.
Are y'all listening? Watch out for phones. So keep you like this. But you're doing this. Not like this. Right. That way, what's the problem with this middle picture? That's the better. Direction that you got, right? So that's what.
She might have something. If you call her, she will let you know that's what you down. Yeah. And if it's raised, you know.
Alright.
Alright, 274 is what it's looking at. That was 402.
20. I was a 320 clean.
Alright, 274 is what it's looking at. That was 402.
Shooter, stand by. Nice. 320.
I was a 320 clean. That's definitely going to be a light pin run. Good job.
So the whole time that you're going to have this fake gun, it should be pointed towards the ground. Because this is the safe direction, right? This one of the moves that say wait, until it's the bad guy and it's an actual threat, somebody trying to do harm to your family and your friends and your loved ones, until it's that time, my finger off the trigger. What's another? Alright, say somebody try to run down on you, and they the bad person. You pull your firearm out and you actually put them down. But you miss them. And hit a little kid down the street. Is you still cool? No, you're targeting what's beyond it. What's another? So when I said, I know you didn't know the rule, but even though it's a fake John, right, we're going to treat it like it's real every single time. Alright? My goal for y'all is right now, y'all ain't got no felonies, do y'all? No cases, no open cases, nothing like that? No. Stay on the fucking straight and narrow. I want y'all to keep that shit. And if y'all want to, on Saturdays, we give free classes on firearms every Saturday. Alright? Every Saturday. If your grades are shitty and you a horrible person, I'm not teaching you shit. But if you legit on point, come through. Learn. I want y'all to get
the beaver tail. Thank you. Now, what is it? Taurus, and that's it, right? This particular manufacturer only has one safety, and it's called a trigger safety.
Training the next generation.
An all-black militia with a mission to defend the black community by any means necessary.
So this is training for one of the new chapters.
Yes. Appearing by the hundreds at protests from Stone Mountain, Georgia to Louisville, Kentucky, demanding justice for police killings and countering what they believe is the threat of right-wing militias.
Do you see? Now, if you haven't been paying attention to the world, it's really getting, you know, every country for itself out there, or at least team versus teams, and you know, I don't really pay. I'm like you guys, I'm small potatoes, and we can't have these problems. We can, you know what I mean? We won't start it because we're not stupid. No matter which side starts that stupid ass fake civil war, it'll only last for so long, and then when we destroy the property and other people that are not involved with it, the like ones that look like you and the ones that look like me, and we're scared. Government, you need to stop it. They will come, because you're not gonna ruin what's going on, because you know, like, other people's countries are strong. They're not fighting with each other. So you'll literally make us open for an attack. So you need to put your big girl panties on and think like a grown-up. And say, is what I'm doing worth losing everything? Because even if you succeed or You can't like I'm just some guy from the projects, but like I literally studied war, like you know what I mean. But I'm Jesus, like I'm the survivalist. My father trained me to survive what is to come. That's my mission. And I know you know, Caesar, because you're trying to survive what's coming. Everybody in every race in the world knows. That knows. Whatever's gonna happen, there's gonna happen something. You know, everybody's getting their bunkers and robots and, you know. Being at the bottom, you know, using my Batman skills to figure this out and like the Bible, you know, and then seeing how hard it is to get to the safe zone. One, I don't know where it is. Two, that's what motherfuckers build bunkers for. Three, that's because people want to survive. No matter how much anyone hates anyone, when you do something that chain affects everything, everyone's gonna play Noah's Ark, and everyone's gonna say, "I'll see you when I see you." The race will continue when we get out of here. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? And that's how the book ends, you know? Somebody goes underground, and the Lord calls other people and says, "You take your ass over there. Because that mountain they're in, I'm gonna fucking level that thing. I'm gonna smash the mountains to dust." You know? So, can I be a part of that? I don't have beef with anybody. My father didn't send me here to be fucking, nobody important. He sent me here to get ready and get other people ready because, you know, everything has a level, you know. So some of my brothers and sisters, because their forefathers didn't do so bad, or they did exactly what my forefathers did, but they actually worked on their curses and pleasing the Lord. So they're gonna get to that fucking place. He's gonna directly, you know what I mean? They already know where it's at, some of them probably. Just like the bad guys. You think all the bad guys are going in the bunker? No. They're fucking playing a lottery ticket right now to get in there. Watch any movie from, like, you know, 90s and 80s with the bunkers, and they were fucking telling people everything. Like, once I played Fallout 76, I knew about the bunkers, you know. Once I played Division, I knew about the drones and all the super technology, because I was just watching this shit before and seen the lower versions of it, and then stopped watching anything about the world and learned my father, because I said, I'm not going in the bunker. I'm not a part of that team. So I don't need to know what's going on in the world. I need to figure out the Lord so I can, like, you know, save my fucking life. Or be a part of the story. But I realize I prophesied it once to my only pupil. When I end up back where I'm at now, I said, I'm either finished or I kind of failed, but there is really no failure, you know? There's only destiny. And there's two ways. Because it's, you know, the motherfuckers that know, they're going to be ready. And then the Lord said, you know, Ragnarok and craziness upon the cities. He said, I'm going to walk my fucking people out of there. That's it. You know, so once he brought me back in my GMB mission of be a good man, find other black men like you, scrounge and work as hard as you can, get your fucking money ready, and get the fuck away from these cities so you don't have to fucking be walking that long ass mile miles or whatever to get to where cities aren't, because, you know, that's where everybody's going to want to fucking be. You know? And if you're smart enough to, like, you know, buy the land there and, like build on it, when everything happens, you'll be there already. You don't have to do much, because you actually, you know, you believe the Lord. You believe the video games. You believe you understand why every movie, every game, everything that you like matches the Bible. You'll understand why you found yourself through all these things, and you'll see your mission. You'll know what you're supposed to do. That's why I say I have no enemies. I just want to do what I'm supposed to do. You know? Mind my fucking business and be left alone. So I can do things that actually will help everybody else. And I think I'm good at that. You know, I think I'm really good at it. Because I've lived it already. My father made me live amongst yous. I lived amongst the people of the nations longer than I've actually got to live around my own people. That's why I play the Vegeta thing so much. You're all Goku, and I'm Vegeta. And I was conquered. And then, just like he says, he even saved my fucking life. You know, the good ones that actually do help me? What do you know about being destroyed by them? Even though it's a different person, you're still of the people that do it to me. You get it? And you have no power. So there's nothing you can do to change things. You only can just, you know, try to keep changing yourself so, you know, others will change. But I get it, it's hard. They'll start hating you and, you know, doing things, so you'll get the lesson of get the fuck away from him and don't help him, or you'll get treated just like him. But those days are starting to, you know, like he said, we're all the same now. And Caesar said, sit the fuck down. I'm doing things over here I know you people don't understand, regardless if I'm good or bad. You understand that? I'm in charge. And that's it. So, me, learning the ways of a king. Learning the ways of a survivor and a warrior. I realized what I realized. And even if I don't get to see it, GMB must go on for the ones like me. The Bible says, some of you good motherfuckers, I salute you. You're gonna already be halfway gone. But your brothers and sisters we're gonna have to walk out of here and see all the bullshit, you know? That would mean we're gonna have to deal with walking past all these people that don't like us. And I don't think they're gonna be too happy when we're leaving. Cause it says we're not gonna be leaving broke, you know? So in the midst of devastation and poverty, we're leaving to go do our own thing and be left alone. I don't think people can, you know, I don't think, oh yeah, it's just like last time when he sent Moses. Things start happening, you know, and people start thinking, do I really need these people that bad? And then the people say, you better let them go. Do you see what's going on out here? We will get rid of you. You want to crash out? We'll all crash out right now. You get it? Because there's a responsibility, regardless if you're good or bad, to your people, to exist, to continue. You get it? The game is life and being here. That's the fucking, you know, point. We want to try to be here as long as possible. Crashing out does nothing. Unless you know you're going to win. Do you think you're gonna win? You know, I bet we thought we were gonna win. You know? And then they said, don't you realize we listening over here and we have people within you that tell us everything you're doing? You fucking morons. We only let you go because we figured you'd play nice, and the moment you really get out of line, we will put your ass back in your place. And once we learned our lesson, we said, okay, we're going back to sleep. We're going to shut the fuck up. But we're going to complain a lot. You know? We're going to complain a lot. Because when you don't have power, it's like being in a household with a parent. You don't got no power. They'll throw you the fuck out. You can't fight them because they're too big. They'll beat you up. They got too much power. Every kid knows how to get what he wants. Complain, 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 complain. Make it so fucking unruly that eventually they're like, yo, you're off punishment. Just go the fuck outside. Shut the fuck up already. Stop fucking asking me, can you go outside? Just leave. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just get the fuck out of here. You got time for this shit. Running the fucking country over here. You get it? They don't want to hear this shit no more. They don't want to hear me complaining about you coming to my neighborhood and firebombing shit. They don't want to hear you complaining about, I'm doing you dirty, when I don't control anything. I can't take anything from you. You know? I don't run the positions in the government that has anything to do with tax money and food, and so you can't be mad at. Oh yeah, you gotta be mad at the guys that beat you a couple years ago and pulled the Denzel Washington and said, yeah, you better walk away. You better walk away, cause King Kong ain't got shit on me, nigga. You know, cause King Kong got beat by a bunch of men, and that's why that guy kept saying, like, yo, chill out. Even if you fight us, right? And you start this big thing, because we don't want war with you, they're going to side with us because we don't want to destroy everything. Just like they don't want shit destroyed. So they're going to protect the people that work in these buildings and on their police forces and in their militaries. They're going to protect those people. You get it? And those people have families in the neighborhoods and shit that you want to smash to dust. So, if they don't come right away, those people will. And when those people come, that's a problem. Because like he said, they can't have anybody forming these big ass groups doing shit. Because then you make Caesar a little shaky. And if Caesar gets shaky, Caesar is going to have to bring the hammer down. Please don't make Caesar bring the hammer down. Because, you know, sometimes when you're wielding the power of Thor, casualties will happen. You know? I don't want to fucking deal with this shit. But I know, who am I? I don't run shit. So I have to deal with the actions of others, you know? Like if we were crash outs and really mean and like we were really mad at you, we were just, you know, did you hear him how there's millions and millions of like black trained men with a certain set of skills that can go to your neighborhoods and turn the fuck up one by one. And just you throwaways. Like, you know how you used to have throwaways that'll just go into a church? That one nigga's not gonna play around now. He's gonna really go at yous. You know? I don't think you guys are ready for things like that. Because like he said, I'm not coming here to fucking play with you. I'm coming here and, alright. I'm gonna end it with this little short. Because I'm unarmed, not military trained, but studied these things. A project nigga. You know, the one she was making fun of holding the gun sideways? Well, I know not to do that. And, if I was going to crash out like that and I have military training and access to these weapons, I'm getting a sniper rifle. And I'm going to camp away so far because you're near the woods. And you're not going to see me. And you're going to drop. People just start dropping. The first day it happens is the warning. That's 1 or 2. The next day, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next day, people start opening up their mail and your house is gone. Do you get it? That's one motherfucker that you forced to go rogue because you keep coming and coming, and you're not even attacking trained people. You're attacking innocent women and children that don't want no beef with you, that look at you and say, can you get over your hatred because, you know, you're down here with me now, and, you know, what the fuck, dog? I don't have it any better than you. So why the fuck would you be mad at me? Oh yeah, because if you get mad at them, you remember what happened last time. But it seems like you're not paying attention to how far they have grown past the reality of what happened last time. And they took every single precaution ever since then. See, I understand the mind of my enemy because my Lord taught me, you better learn your enemy. It's the only way you're gonna survive. If you understand him, you'll understand what will make him not knock your fucking head off. So I had to understand my enemy before I had to actually even know or find myself. You understand that? So, you know, I think you need to remember who you are and remember what you will do to the opposite side of yourself for fucking up the church's money. I don't think you would like that. I think you would have to put yourself in your place and say, you're fucking it up for everybody, you know? I understand you don't like the way it is, but, we kind of like had that fight back in the day, and that's why it's like this for you. Because you challenged to be. You didn't want to change to the new way things were. You thought we were letting these monkeys go? No, nigga, we like them. They're fucking cool, bro. Like, look at them dancing and shit. I don't want to see them in my fucking house dancing. I want to put them in front of all you and make mad money off it. I want to see what this nigga invents out there. Because I'm tired of wearing this fucking corny ass suit. I'm tired of talking this old English shit. We need these niggas to invent a new reality for us, you fucking dummies. I'm tired of living this way. These niggas be making us happy and sad, and then they yell at us like they run shit, but they don't. But they're teaching us about how to wield our power, even though we're using it against them. You get it? Like, stop. So, signing off to my fans and my maybe new haters that I might have, because I don't know what I'm going to name this. I don't want no supremacists over here, but I'm sure I got one of you already watching me. My readings say so. I'm going to end this with a shout out to Caesar, because, you know, I know you're watching. Nothing goes past these airways without, you knowing. Please let me free. I can help you. I don't know how I can help you. But the Bible says, it's supposed to help. But I can't do things outside the law. And I can't take any oath. And you won't trick me. But I know I can help you. I'm like really, 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 really extraordinary good at video games. I grew up on it. These fucking 20-year-olds got nothing on me. Yeah, they can do things, right? But when the other people use their, what the fuck do you think games are made for? Why do you think they make all these games? Because they're training the next generation to get good. And the ones that will, do things, because, they will, well, they're going to be the new super soldier guys, And, I'm just here to tell you, they're fucking idiots. You know? Even though they're good at flying the drones and shit. See, war has war tactics and things that need to be done. Since it's a drone war and it's a new war. So that means shit's gonna happen that no one's ready for because, everyone needs to try new strategies and do new things and learn. You're gonna need motherfuckers that understand the bot. These kids can fly it. They can manage it, but they have no technique. They're almost one with the bot. When it comes time for the human element to take charge, they're not gonna because they're, I don't know. It's just I'm with Daddy's cooking Sunday's breakfast right now, and extensive. I'm out there training with these fuckers in Apex Legends and Division and all these other things all these years. And like I said, they're good. These little motherfuckers is ready. They're ready. But I don't know. I know I'm supposed to be free. I know I'm no one special, right? But I am, because like I said, I'm supposed to get the ones ready to walk. The hard shit. And I don't think that's happening for a while. At least I don't, because it's not good. It's not good for anybody. And I understand what I'm reading. Sound the horns. And this will still stand. And I know it's a contest for us. Just make sure you know who the right ones are, And can we start our little groups and shit? You can watch us and everything. Like me, I don't mind being watched. I already know we're watched anyway, so I don't care. But I understand the security needs. You can't have people that are fucking talking and grouping up and possibly consulting with other people, I get it. I just want to be ready, in case a world war breaks out. America is nothing without people, there's warriors, and then there's everyone else. And the people, although have to become warriors at times, when war is too much and the losing team may be you, everyone knows the protocols to get the fucking, the little bit of the left and be like, yo, you just gotta get out of here, son. You just gotta go, you gotta get ready for this, harsh treatment, or go survive somewhere else. Like, we all know this. Well, those that know history and military reality and shit. So, that's what I want to be. I don't have a side. All I have is my people. And the ones it says we're gonna walk out here with. And we don't want to fucking interfere with anyone. You people are playing Monopoly and all these games, and we know we're not a part of it. And that's okay. We're the X Factor. We're the ones that just sit in the fucking corner and mind our business and make our little thing. We make our little thing. We pay our taxes like good citizens and people that have to pay the CETA. And we just mind our fucking business. You know what I mean? We train in the art of surviving. We don't need, there's plenty of people training on the art of war now, so, I don't think we need any more of those trainers. We need people that have survived poverty, like that guy said. You niggas you don't even know nothing about no war. You ain't ready to starve for 3 days. I know how. You're not ready to walk over dead bodies and see burning flesh. I haven't done it yet, but I know I'm ready for it. I've been thinking about it for so many years now. Watching videos and things I never want to see again. Until it's that day. You know, it's not going to be pretty. You'll need balls to walk through that. You know? You're going to need the strength of not always being able to sit down. You're going to have to learn how to walk. Since the Lord never let me have a car, I always figured he was training me for that. You know? Walking in brutal colds of PA. Having to wake up early in the morning with a cold. Having to go lift heavy shit. Push carts around. And, you know? Sort of like you gotta drag your belongings. And you gotta work. I remember I made it to where I had 2 jobs. And I could work sun up till sundown. I made it perfectly scheduled where I had to be up at 6 in the morning, go to work by 7, the sun be coming up, and then after that job, I'd take an hour, get something to eat, and then I'd go to my other job, and then I got out around like 9 or some shit, or I forget. But I worked till sun up to sundown every single day. And the only reason I did that is because I said, if only the Lord knows the day when this happens, then I need to be ready. And I need to know how to walk. Not work. Walk. And maybe, there's wolves and people. That's the work. You might have to work along that walk. So I need to know how to physically throw things around. Or smash them to dust with smaller objects. Or, I need to know things. And I need to have endurance to walk all fucking day. Why did I say to do that? Because I don't count on electricity. The sun is the only time you're going to be allowed to walk around. Because, at nighttime, the creeps come out at night. So no one's going to be walking around at night no more. So I'm prepared for that, I'm prepared to walk all day. Then stay up till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Someone's got to stand guard and guard the people. And then the other in command, when I'm ready to go to sleep, he'll take over. He's already been sleeping and whatever, and then he gets up, and then I'm up at like fucking 3, 5 in the morning anyway every day. So, I won't be getting much sleep. But when you're walking really, really long distances, you're not going to be worrying about that. You only got so much time. You only have so much daylight. Your 24-hour shit is gone. That's sliced in half now. You only have mobility during the day. You need a certain set of mind for that. A lot of people are not used to that. So their mentality, even if they can walk it, the mentality is not built for it, and that's what the Lord made me for. That's why I cause no threat to nobody. He gave me the power of surviving your shit. Everyone's shit. That's my ability. Figuring out how to survive. And if necessary, call him to smash things to dust. Me, I don't do any smashing. I don't need to call him when everyone leaves me the fuck alone. And since he upgraded me, I believe, I think I need to start getting ready. Because, last time I checked, Trump is, some things are going on over there. And I don't know. So, I would like to get ready. For my other brothers and sisters that are trained, I know you train your daughters. You already know. I don't need to tell you. Can some of the hood niggas come with you? You know? You know the difference between... You know the difference. Some of us are going to need Jews to save us. Some of us are going to pretend to be us to be saved. So, you know, use discernment. Can't have any, weak ones within the ranks. And I get it. Because I get the big picture. I understand if you're part of the infection on the finger, sometimes you gotta take that piece off, you know, and you can't complain, you know. Not if you love the body. You understand sacrifice. All love, all praise to the Most High.